What's up, family? Welcome back to a new video. And in today's video, we are hanging out right here in the neighborhood of West End in Atlanta. I want to tell you about it. I want to give you some understanding about it. So sit back, relax, and let's get into the video. All right, family, if this is your first time here on the YouTube channel here at Atlanta, Georgia Living, allow me to introduce myself. My name is Raymond, and I am a real estate broker here in Atlanta, working with buyers and sellers that are looking to relocate to the area. If you are a buyer or seller and do not have an agent, feel free to reach out to me. All of my contact information is in front of you and can always be found in the video description below. We can schedule a consultation to determine if we will be a good fit to go on that journey together. And if you are a frequent viewer or a subscriber, thank you so much for coming back to the channel to learn more about this beautiful area that I call home, Atlanta, Georgia. All right, so with all of the introductions out of the way, let's go ahead and talk about what we're gonna do today. So what is this video and who is this video for? If you are an individual that do not know anything about West End, maybe you are looking to relocate to Atlanta and you saw some homes that you liked and those homes were in this area called West End and you're like, what is West End? You know, then you start Googling all of these things and you're trying to gain your knowledge about West End. So this video shall be another link in your chain just to kind of familiarize you with the area, also show you around the area just a little bit. Where we are right now is one of the, it's not super new anymore. It's been here for the last, I would say, 5 to 6 years, but this is the Lee plus White area. It's pretty much like a huge little multi-use area. There is a food hall, which I'll show you. So one thing about Atlanta, we are going towards food halls heavy. Food halls and hookah lounges in Atlanta, that's who we are. But no, there's a food hall here. There are also a health center here, like a little clinic, and then there are several other retail businesses that are here. Also, Lee plus White is located right off the Beltline, which you'll get to see as well. So I'm gonna hopefully be able to familiarize you with West End and really help you increase your knowledge about the area. So yeah, it's gonna be a fun video. So let's go ahead and turn the camera around now and show you the outer parts of Lee plus White. I may go ahead and pop in some driving clips as well as we go through the different areas here in the beautiful area of West End. And while I am showing you these areas, I'm gonna be giving you some facts about the area so that you can be learning as well as visually connecting some of those dots. So let's get after it. All right, so here we are at the kind of a picnic pavilion area, if you will, a green space for Lee plus White. So you can see internally there is a little walking path in here. So the Beltline is, there's a way to get through it from this side over here to the right, but it also goes all the way across the street here as well where it kind of connects. So I'll show you the entrance here, but I will also drop a pin in Google Maps so that you can take a look at the area from that map view. So this is the food hall right here in the distance. So as I said in the opening, Atlanta is definitely moving towards that whole food hall, multiple options for eating at one spot concept. There's a lot of them all over the city, from the east to the south to the west. Haven't really seen any in the north though, but yeah, so that's the food hall. We'll go ahead and go inside, but I won't be talking because of course they're playing their music. Got a little area for the kids to play. So yeah, let me take you over to where kind of the Beltline meets. It's actually, I think it's behind. It's actually behind it. You can kind of see in the distance. Let me just show you real quick. You kind of have to go behind the building in order to reach it. But that's a little walking path here, and it goes in that direction there. That's the Beltline. So yeah, let's go inside of the food hall, show you some of the options in here, and then we'll carry on with introducing you to West End.
Said I'm taking big shots, just stop where I'm driven, no pit stops. This hot, I ain't playing like a 6 spot. pissed off, thought I told him this a chip shot. I ain't missing cause you know I'm taking big shots. Just stop, way I'm driven, no pit stops. This hot, I ain't playing like a 6 spot. Pissed off, thought I told him this a chip shot. I ain't missing cause you know I'm taking big shots. They been trying to get me cheap like a thrift shop, but I told them it's my time, check the wristwatch. They been talking way before they even doing something. Whoa. If they wanna play, let's get a tip off. Ain't no silver lining, dawg, this some rose gold. Getting new money, I'm a old soul. Yeah, I get it bouncing like a pogo. Whoa. And I'm too cold like Frozone. And my chick elastic, girl. Told him we ain't in the faking, this ain't plastic, girl. Bought a new whip and cash, now my tax is thorough. Way I'm shooting like step, but my pass is bro. The way I'm playing the field, I'm in a league of my own. And now they all in they fields, I got them all on my phone. But dog, I'm hitting the climb, I got no time on the low. Way I'm shooting is messy, the way I'm hitting the goals. I'm taking big shots, just stop. Way I'm driven, no pit stops. This hot, I ain't playing like a 6 spot. Pissed off, thought I told him this a chip shot. I ain't missing.
All right, y'all, so there is an entrance here. This is the official entrance from the Beltline into Lee Plus White. I just couldn't see it, it was hiding from me. But literally it's a direct access to the Lee Plus White little food hall there. So yeah, let's show you the Beltline a little bit and then we'll walk and talk about West End for a minute. So one of the things you need to know, all right, about West End is it dates back to the 1800s. 1830 is the year that West End was incorporated within the city of Atlanta. And so it is one of the oldest and most historic neighborhoods. Actually, it was incorporated in 1894. And once was a separate town. It was West End, Georgia, at one point, way back in its history. All right, point number 2 on the items of historic facts about the area of West End. It is a center for Black history and culture. The neighborhood became a major hub for African Americans, middle class African Americans during the 20th century. All right, me, myself, and my family has deep ties to West End. Growing up as a kid, my first haircut was in the West End Mall. So a lot of history here in Atlanta in that respect. Also, West End is home to the Wren's Nest, which is the preserved home of Joel Chandler Harris, the author of the Uncle Remus Tales. And also the Hammond House Museum, which showcase African Americans' fine art. So a lot of culture here on the west side here in West End. Also, it has close ties, point number 3, close ties to the Atlanta University Center, which is a group of HBCUs in one area. Those HBCUs are Clark Atlanta University, Morehouse College, Spelman College, and Morris Brown. All of those colleges are HBCUs. So West End is right beside it. So a lot of connection to the HBCU. A lot of those college students spend a lot of time going in between downtown and West End. The next fun fact about the West End is what we're walking on, the Atlanta Beltline, which was a huge, ambitious plan that the city took on many, many years ago. But it has now really fulfilled this prophecy of being that connection. West End serves as one of the epi-points of connection here on the west side. So the West End Beltline is a huge thing here. The next point is West End is known for its spiritual and cultural diversity. One of the things I will say, being an Atlantan myself, being an ATLian, if you will, for some people, again, culture is here. Like growing up, the West End Mall was the epitome of culture, and it was the epitome of how we viewed the community aspect, right? So the community and the culture stemmed from that West End Mall, which was here in the West End area. So tons of community, long-standing Black churches, long-standing Black politicians have quite a tie to the West End, as well as civil rights activists and things of that nature has a huge tie or ties to the West End area, okay? Also, it is a National Register historic place. A lot of the homes are historically preserved, by that designation, okay? So you've been able to see a little bit of the Beltline here. So this is the bridge telling you where you are, and then it continues on and continue to go around the city of Atlanta. So on our last episode, Reynoldstown, you can literally get from here to Reynoldstown on this same doggone trail, right? So the connection of the Atlanta Beltline, like I said, that prophecy has been manifested. So let's go ahead and head over to another area that's huge right now in the West End, and that is the West End Mall, or the former West End Mall, because unfortunately, but fortunately, I will say, the mall has closed this year in January of 2025, and the redevelopment of that mall has already started to show its show. And so we'll talk about what's gonna be there. I'll show you that area. West End has always been a place of an enormous amount of opportunity, and it was always one of those areas that everyone would talk about. You know, the next up and coming thing, West End, better watch West End. So it is now fulfilling, truly fulfilling all of that manifestation. We're seeing it with the concept of One West End, which I'll show you here in a minute. So stick around, and I'll see you at the West End Mall. It will always be the forever West End Mall to me. All right, a quick little rendezvous, a little detour. Wanted to show you this park here. This is Intown Park expansion. So this park, you can kind of see the renderings here. Let me get a little closer. So these are some of the things that it will have. It will have the little area here, and then swings and things of that nature, with a splash pond as well. And it extends all the way over to here, which I'll walk you over. But Intown Park is actually in Westview, okay? But this expansion is now gonna connect Westview to the West End. So this is another one of the ambitious plans that are happening here for purposes of today's video, West End. We will get out here to Westview to show you a little bit more of it. Westview is pretty large as well. It sits in between West End and Adamsville, if you will. So it's a very big area as well. I'm not going to go onto the site because it is an active construction site, but I want to just kind of show you from the road here this portion of it as well, and it will exit out up at the top of the hill up there. So tons going on here in the west side of Atlanta, and this is under the leadership of Mayor Andre Dickens. So yeah, I'm not going to make my video political, but what I will say is that the city of Atlanta leadership, under the leadership of Mayor Dickens, is really intentional about making the living experience more enjoyable for Atlantans, and that's important. So that's what this whole series is about, is to teach you guys about the in-town neighborhoods of Atlanta, so that way you can familiarize yourself and identify with some of these neighborhoods that may work for you, because the city of Atlanta is going through so many changes under this leadership of Mayor Dickens, and his intentionality of going into these communities, into these neighborhoods that have been under-resourced, underdeveloped, and going in and improving them. So that's one of the reasons why we do, or why I do, living in Atlanta for real. So now we're gonna go ahead and head over to the former mall at West End. I always call it the West End Mall. That's how I was taught to say it as a young boy. But the actual legal name of the mall was the Mall at West End. But most Atlanta natives, we say West End Mall, the West End Mall, right? So yeah, but we're gonna go now and head to the mall at West End to show you that former site. I believe, I haven't been there since they were supposed to break ground. So we're gonna be seeing it together. This is just a little street of Westview. So you get a little preview here of the Westview road here, one of the streets in Westview. Very proud neighborhood as well. Has a lot of historic symbolism to the city of Atlanta. So looking forward to bringing y'all to show you more of Westview. So anyway, let's get in the car and let's hop over to the mall at West End. All right, so we've made it to the mall at West End. I'm gonna show you guys the mall here in a minute to turn the camera around, but I wanna give you some specs real quick. So this mall, the acreage of this whole area is about 12 acres of land, all right? What they endeavor to do, what they plan to do, is to demolish the mall in its entirety. That structure will be replaced with multifamily apartment homes, totaling a total of about 900 units. Those units supposed to be affordable housing. How many of those 900 will be affordable? That is TBD. And that's one of the concerns about the community, or in the community, that people typically have when you start talking about redevelopment and all that stuff, is how are the current residents going to be affected? Are they going to be displaced? But this isn't a house, so nobody should be displaced because nobody lived in the mall anyway. So it will be a increase in housing for the area. Also, there will be 125,000 square foot retail opportunities here in this overall one West End district. And so they will also include a grocery store, fitness center, local boutiques, and also student housing. As I told you guys in the walking trail, that West End is adjacent to the Atlanta University Center, which is like right behind us. That one, so they will incorporate some of those student houses here at One West End. So that's totally nice. Now, one of the loopholes we've already found is that this mall was slated to be, or the construction was supposed to start in 2025. It is 2025 still. It's November. Today is November 14th of making this video. So the mall is still 100% intact. Nothing has been touched at this mall yet. Now they have fenced it off, which you saw driving in. So it looks like they're trying to kind of show some signs of moving and grooving, but I'm hopeful. The first phase of the development is supposed to be completed in 2026 at some point, but at this rate, it's probably going to be late 2026 because they haven't even broke ground to take down the building. But this plan has been approved, all right? So if you know anything about West End, which a lot of you guys may not know, but I'm prefacing why I'm making those type of disclaimers about how it's moving and how the timeline is progressing, because so West End has always been one of those areas where it's been promising of redevelopment, promises of new things coming in. And so as a native, it's always speculative, right? You kind of have that speculative mindset of, okay, are things actually happening? So you gotta think about it in that way. So, but I feel confident that this one is gonna go. In addition to that, the design was supposed to be explicitly community oriented, including the voices of the community, making sure that culture is preserved and maintained. Because again, as I told you guys on the trail, the Mall West End is a cultural epicenter. Like, so many people got their first haircuts over here. Women, little girls probably had their first set of nails installed over here. So, I mean, that's profound, right? That's like historic, man. So they do have to do it in a delicate way to make sure that everybody can still feel welcome, still feel invited to come to this area. So yeah, let me turn the camera around now and show you the mall and kind of show you the flanking of the mall as well, like some of those outlets that flank the mall. And I'll also point out a community apartment complex or condominium complex right behind it that's within the last decade of construction. So the area is changing. Slowly but surely it's changing. So spin the camera around, let's talk about it. All right, so welcome. Okay, so you can see the fence perimeter. You can kind of see a little bit of an outline here of the mall, but the mall stretches to that end building there all the way to the right, and behind this building as well, it continues to run the length of this 12 acres. So a little bit more that you can't see behind this building. This particular section is actually still open for business. You have a Planet Fitness. You have the American Deli, which is a kind of like a little fast food eatery, chicken wings and burgers and fries. So, and then you have the Burning Sands, which is a super iconic, super old store that sells Greek paraphernalia. So like fraternities, sororities, for the AUC, they're, I think, licensed to carry a lot of that Greek artifact over there, attire, apparel, all that good stuff. So as I said, strong ties to the AUC. A lot of those college students, I mean, you know, they would come to the mall at West End, you know, to get away from the campus a little bit. So a lot of culture here. So these three things are still open. And as I said, I was going to point out, those condominiums are not that old. Probably within the last 10 years they were constructed. Also, there's some more to the left of it behind this building you can't see. So condominiums have been over in the West End, and this was the catalyst. These condominiums were the catalyst of, can this area bring about new constituents, new residents? Can it actually call people here? And that was the proof that it could happen. And then over on the right, or right beside the mall, you have, they got somebody on a moped with no muffler. But you have some more retail outlets here off to the side that flanks it. And that all consisted of the mall West End. That's the old iconic sign there. I can't get it in the camera because my camera don't have, on this little DJI, doesn't have a great zoom. But I mean, that sign is probably 100 years old. But that's the sign off of Interstate 20. So West End sits right off of Interstate 20, heading up towards downtown Atlanta. So over to the right, you got the famous Popeye's Chicken. There used to be a Church's Chicken right across the street. I think that one is closed now. But yeah, a lot of history, man, here in the West End. It's gonna be changing. It's definitely gonna be changing. So this is the website if you wanna go and check out exactly what's gonna be over here. Some of the commercial areas that's gonna be coming in, or if you got a business that you wanna put in over here or something like that. Also the residential inquiries. So it's happening. One West End, Atlanta. It's happening. So now what we'll do is I'm gonna show you some of the other little major points here living in West End that you would frequent. The next one's gonna be probably the MARTA station. We'll get that before we wrap today's video. But also like this, there's a road. What road is that? Is it Ralph David Abernathy? Runs the length of the road in front of the mall on the other side. So I'll try to get you that other side of the mall. It may be fenced off still too, but on the other side it's like a street view, so you can walk into the mall from the other side directly on street level. So I'll try to get you that, and we'll probably end it at the MARTA station. So the Church's Chicken is actually still over there. Absolutely. My cousin, that was like one of her first jobs at that Church's Chicken. It's still going strong. And they did a brand new Foot Locker here, which is nice. Brand new Foot Locker. And look at Athlete's Feet, or Athlete's Foot, is competing right next door. The bank here has been here for many years. Wells Fargo used to be, back in the day, Wachovia. So tons of history here for me when it comes to West End. Look at, they having a whole conversation in the middle of the street. Welcome to Atlanta, baby. Welcome to Atlanta. He saw his homeboy, he saw in yields. He had to stop the traffic. All right, so let's see here. This is on the other side of the mall. Okay, this is on the other side of the mall. You have more shops and outlets, retail outlets, and then you have this infamous Krispy Kreme that used to be, I think it was the first Krispy Kreme in Atlanta, or in Atlanta proper, for sure, outside of like downtown. So yeah, this is West End. And then you have this famous Catholic church here, St. Anthony's Catholic Church. This used to be a bank as well back in the day. And then these are the condominiums that they built, and they put like it was called Sky Lofts. And you have the retail at the bottom. So these were the catalysts for West End, to show that it could bring about new people. People did want to live in West End, and all that good stuff. So it really proved the point that West End still had a call to the people. Let's see, we'll get out of here and head back onto that same road there to show you. So basically we're on the opposite side of the mall now. So none of this will be disturbed. None of this will be touched. Basically that district, that new developed area will sit kind of in the middle, like really like right in the middle of it. And then this is the last retail shop here. I mean, this building, this structure, I should have turned in the other way, but this structure has to be over 100 years old, man. Like, I mean, you can see the ceiling height is like super low, maybe 8-foot ceilings on a commercial building, which is quite strange to see. But yeah, this is West End here from a standpoint of the retail opportunities. Because West End really does not have a huge shopping, like a grocery store, that's going to be a part of the redevelopment as well, a new grocery store. But yeah, let's go ahead and head over to the MARTA stop. Station, West End MARTA station, and then we'll wrap up the video. Hope you've enjoyed taking a look at West End, kind of seeing it in this raw, unfiltered perspective, because I think that's important. But as I said before, man, our mayor here in Atlanta is really doing a great job in trying to bring about those resources to under-resourced areas and to continue to make Atlanta attractive. You know, Atlanta proper attractive, not necessarily the metro, you know, the suburbs, because right now the suburbs are killing Atlanta when it comes to demographics and growth, population growth, for sure. Absolutely, hand over fist. I mean, Atlanta proper also, just to put it in view, it's quite small. I mean, from a population standpoint, I think Atlanta proper is still under 700,000 residents. So it still has a long way to go when it comes to being able to compete with other actual cities like Los Angeles and Miami City, and you know, those city limits, incorporated to incorporated. Where Atlanta thrives is in the metro area, not necessarily in the sense of its city limits. But yeah, we'll go ahead and see if we can get close to this mall without getting a citation here. I think you can park right here for 4 hours. Yeah, you can. So I'm gonna go ahead and park up here and get you close to the MARTA stop. All right, family. So I had to kind of walk away from the entry point because there's a little little market where some people sell their products and stuff, but he has like this huge speaker and he's playing his music. So anyway, I'll do my best to try to stay out of the sound of the music just for copyright and stuff like that. But this is the sign that shows you the West End transit station. And it stretches a good little bit. And then this is the rail line that takes you right into Atlanta. In my opinion, this is one of the most impressive views of the downtown Atlanta that you're gonna get. And you get it free if you take the MARTA. From this viewpoint here, going right into the city, it's a beautiful view. Now, what is the advantage of living in West End compared to some of the other in-town neighborhoods that you will see on this series if you go ahead and hit that subscribe button and plug in? Because I'm gonna be teaching you all about those in-town neighborhoods. But one of the things that West End has an advantage of is its location. It's a superior location when it comes to the train. All right, we got a view of the train there, or the subway. In some places you guys would say subway. In Atlanta, we just say the train. Like, we don't make a distinction underground, above ground, anyway. We just say we're on the train. We know we're not on a choo-choo train, right? And we know we're not on Amtrak, but we, in Atlanta, we just say we're on the train. But anyway, the subway will take you right into downtown Atlanta. There's only 2 stops before you reach the heart of Atlanta, which is, from a MARTA standpoint, that is 5 points, which is think about it as the Grand Central, or the Central Station, the hub, where all of the lines for MARTA actually connects at 5 points. All right. So from that standpoint, West End has a superior advantage when it comes to the rail system being short into Atlanta, and then also taking you and giving you access to every rail system or every rail line on the MARTA system, okay? That's number one. Number two, the location geographically, even for cars, you're off to the side a little bit, and West End is a direct access point from the interstate. So unlike, say, episode 7 when we were hanging out over in Reynoldstown, Reynoldstown is a great area, great in-town neighborhood, but one of the disadvantages in comparison to West End is the fact that Reynoldstown, you have to transition through other smaller neighborhoods to reach Reynoldstown. And so you're gonna go through a lot of congestion just to reach Reynoldstown, whereas in West End, you literally jump off of Interstate 20 and you're right here, you know. And also getting into Atlanta, you're right there as well. You got service road, regular streets that you can take to get into Atlanta. We can bust a right here, take it down to Metropolitan, and take Metropolitan down to Northside Drive, and that takes us right into the heart of Atlanta. So a lot of options there, or we can just jump right in on the interstate on Interstate 20. All right, had to jump on my iPhone because my memory card is full, so I'll try to keep this part brief. But basically, there's multiple ways to get to the airport from here. We can jump on the interstate and go around the city south, or we can go 285 and around to get to the airport. So living in West End, so you have multiple ways of commuting to and from different landmarks here in the city. So it's definitely a advantageous place to live when it comes to convenience. All right. And so, yeah, I mean, West End really has huge advantages. That's one of the major advantages, in my opinion, is the logistics of its location when it comes to the MARTA, and also when it comes to traveling by car. Outside of that, it is an area that encompasses a lot of different backgrounds, a lot of different type of people. The socioeconomics factors for West End is a melting pot. It's quite mixed, and so you're gonna be around people that make tons of money. You're gonna be around people that don't make a lot of money, don't make any of it. So so with that comes a melting pot of feelings and experiences. All right, but yeah, this is the West End train station here, or MARTA station, and so it also has buses as well at this station, so you can get the bus routes and take it deeper into these areas as well if you don't want to commute by foot. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed taking a look at West End and all that it has to offer. And I hope that you would consider it if you are thinking about moving to Intown, Atlanta, and come and check it out for yourself. All right. If you have any questions, drop a comment down below. Feel free to do that. I'll answer it. And then if you do not have an agent, I would love to schedule a consultation with you to get your home search started. We'll understand if we're going to be a good fit to go on that journey together. So I invite you to do that. And yeah, definitely hit that subscribe button if you like this type of information, learning about the different areas here in Atlanta and all that it has to offer. So I'll catch you on the next one. Take care of yourself and see you next time.